For more than 2 hours on Tuesday, the Senate deliberated extensively on the bill that seeks to amend a 16-year-old act of the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), sponsored by Senator Adetokunbo Abiru and 41 others. The bill slashes the tenure of the governor of Central Bank and the deputies from a possible 10 years tenure to a 6-year non-renewable term.
The bill, if passed into law, will further strengthen the bank to carry out its principal objectives in line with Section 2 of the Act, which is to ensure monetary and price stability, issue legal tender currency in Nigeria, maintain external reserves, and also to safeguard the international value of our legal tender and promote a sound financial system in Nigeria.
The bill also proposes that where a vacancy is created by the death or resignation of a CBN governor or deputy, the president can appoint an acting governor in the interim. The proposed law states further that where a substantive appointment is made, such appointment will be for a fresh term rather than serving the tenure of the previous governor or deputy.
My view is that this idea of trying to make one single term for governors and executive officers in Nigeria, we should be able to retain one term of 5 years for governors of Central Bank. Let it do 5 years and go. Fresh hand will come. If you look at what we were caught up with in the last one that has just left, because he stayed for too long and he now left, we are now crying over a lot of mismanaged policies.
The bill also seeks to tighten the noose around CBN's borrowings to the federal government in form of ways and means. At the moment, the federal government is indebted to the tune of 30 trillion naira through ways and means to the CBN, something many believe was enough to push the Nigerian economy under. A huge amount of the 30 trillion naira ways and means is believed to have been released and spent under questionable circumstances and is currently being investigated by the Senate with an ad hoc committee set up on Tuesday to recover the money.
This bill is actually meant to address the major shortcomings in CBN. Shortcomings that have mitigated, that have worked against the effective functioning of CBN. And I want to believe that if the major issues, amendments suggested here are affected, CBN will be able to operate optimally.
I think this is the best that CBN will have if this come to be an act. Because what is happening at the moment, there is no coordination at all. There is only, just as my distinguished colleague said, Senator Adiola, there is only that resemblance of coordination. But there is no coordination between the managers of our fiscal and monetary policies. And that is why we have been having a lot of policy somersaults.
The bill also seeks to establish a committee that will ensure proper coordination of the monetary and fiscal policies. The committee is to be headed by the Minister of Finance. The bill also proposes that the CBN should make its book more open for public scrutiny, and where the governor fails to make a periodic report to the National Assembly as required by the law, it should be served with a warning letter by the National Assembly, and if the failure persists, the National Assembly shall recommend the governor's suspension from office. At the end of the deliberation, the bill was referred to the Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions for further legislative action and to report to plenary in 2 weeks. Omo Bazwai, Arise News.